In this video, I will show you how you can remotely link up CCTV cameras that are placed at unlimited distances to a single monitoring center, regardless of the number of cameras and the distances between the cameras. This type of setup is applicable to nationwide surveillance system installations where there is a centralized monitoring center. It is also applicable to traffic monitoring using CCTV. It can also be applied to monitoring businesses that are located at remote locations beyond cable connections. In my demonstration, I will use these two IP cameras that I will deploy to two different locations that are very far away from each other. Before deploying the cameras to the various locations, there is the need to know the P2P ID, or what is also called the cloud ID of the cameras, as well as the username and password of each camera. For us to get to know the P2P or cloud ID of the cameras, we have to connect the cameras to a computer through a VMS in a local area network. So let me try and quickly connect the cameras to the computer so that we can pick up the cloud ID of each camera. I will connect a POE splitter to each of the cameras first because they are non-POE IP cameras. And connect the network cables to the POE switch. I have made a full video on how you can link your cameras to a computer. Please visit the description of this video for the link to that video. I will then connect the POE switch to a router. And also connect my computer to the same router. After doing your connections, you will require a VMS software installed on your computer through which you can see the cloud CID of your cameras. So you can just log on to jovisionsecurity.com to download a VMS software. I already have a VMS software in place, so I will just log on to it. Put in my login password. Choose device management. Down here, you can see the software has automatically picked up the cameras with their various cloud or P2P IDs. So we'll have to write down these PIDs that we'll be using later in this video. As for the username and password of each of the cameras, you can refer to your camera manual for the default username and password, and then you can change them to your preferred username and password. Now that we have seen the cloud IDs of the cameras, we can now disconnect them and redeploy them to the various remote locations. I would still place one here in my office. All I need is an internet connection and a power supply connection. So I'll plug the power into this camera and then also the internet connection. This is all I need to do for this camera. I will go to the other location, which is a friend's office, and set up the other camera there. So I'm here at the other location with my camera, the power adapter, and the network cable to be used in tapping internet into the camera. I will connect the Ethernet cable which will carry internet into the camera. Here is also the power adapter for the camera. I will connect it for power supply into the camera. So I'll plug the power and connect the cable into this network switch that will supply internet to my camera. So all is set. I have internet and power going into this camera also. I'm currently at home from where I will try and access my two cameras that I placed at those two remote locations. I have placed one right in my office and one in a friend's office. And from home here, it is so many distances away from where I placed the cameras. So join me, let's see how we can receive those two cameras as if they are all right in the same network. So come along, let's see how to do it. So from my laptop, I will log on to my VMS that I have installed on my computer. Put in my login password. From the interface of the VMS, I will choose device management. At this point, we would have to choose add device at the top here. So when I click it up, this is the dialog box that appears. For the sake of what we are about to do, you must make sure you select at the top here, add device by Cloud CID. So let's select it. At device name, you can leave it blank if you haven't really named your camera. At Cloud CID, this is where you would provide the camera ID we copied earlier on before deploying the cameras to their various locations. I have taken a snapshot of the Cloud CIDs of the two cameras and I have shown it on the screen so that we can just copy it onto the position where we require the Cloud CID of each of the cameras. So I will type this top one at Cloud ID here. And then put in its password. And hit enter to add this camera. Let's wait for it to pick up. It's online. That means it is good to go. Let's go back and add the second camera. The add by Cloud CID is already selected. So we'll go ahead and enter this second Cloud CID. We'll enter it here. Enter the camera password. Enter. The camera is picking up. It's online now. Let's go back to the main menu. Go to Live Preview. The cameras are listed here. They are IP cameras. You will have to double click at them to load them up. So you can see the live videos from the two locations. This setup works for any number of cameras placed anywhere, regardless of distance. Once there is internet at the location, it can be linked up. When you go down to the settings down here, you will realize that you can link up so many cameras to this software. Let me hear from you if you have any questions regarding this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.